Okay. All right. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, ladies. Hopefully you all are doing well. Sabse badi pehle to congratulations. You all have been chosen. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, to this lifetime journey. Honestly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you the opportunity. Make the max of it, dear. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all your ibadah and du'as, and please keep us in your dua and make dua for us too, that we've been there, alhamdulillah, make it happen again so we can go there again and again. Sorry, go ahead, Asia. You were saying something.
You have to start it. That's your session.
So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm just going to say that this session is very informal session. Asia and Saman, they're a great resource to you guys, and they had approached me last year as well, and they approached this year again to help you all out. What I'm going to say is whatever is being said here is basically general comment, general recommendations. If you have any health issues for which you cannot take any medications, please consult your doctor. This is like a generalized thing, because what I'm saying and doing here is as if speaking to general population. I don't know your background. I don't know your past health history. So please take it with the sincere mindfulness that if you have any past health concerns, consult your doctors if anything is not making sense to you. All right. This session basically was to talk about birth control pills and menstruation concerns that the ladies have. We have, Asia had, I think, made a slide thing, and I went through the questions. There are tons of questions, and most of them seem repetitive to me, but I know everybody has their own history. Everybody has their own concerns. So I'll try to deal with them one by one. But if anything that is complicated and needs personal attention, what we can do is Asia can take your information, and then she can forward it to me, and I can get in touch with you at some point. Any scenario that is not making sense to me, it doesn't make sense that we should discuss it here, we'll discuss it separately over the phone. I will answer your concerns, but we'll try to make it beneficial for all of us. All right. Does that sound okay, Asia?
Yes, alhamdulillah, yeah.
Okay.
Started.
Okay, so I think you have the slides, or
you want me to share it, or
yeah.
Okay. Just give me a second. So meanwhile, you can just let them know, like,
sure.
what's the difference between the formulas of these two.
Yeah. So when honestly, when people are going on any kind of pilgrimage or vacation, what the recommendation for the birth control pills is to start at least 2 to 3 months prior to your travel journey. I think the Hajj is happening. What day is it, the Hajj happening this year, Asia?
I think it's 14th of
14th, right? So we are only, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks into, less than 4 weeks. So if you have not started any birth control pill by now, the recommendations that your doctor has given to start 2 to 3 days before the travel, that works. But breakthrough bleeding, like the intermenstrual bleeding, is very common with that kind of birth control pill. I'll step back and I'll just go again over the kind of birth control pills that we have. There are two kinds of birth control pills. One is a combined birth control pill, which I usually prefer. That's what I usually like, because that is started at least a couple of months before your cycle and gives you ample of time so that your body is used to the side effects and used to the hormones itself. The other ones, the progesterone only, which is called mini pills, which is Primalit N and Provera here, and Primalit N in Pakistan and Middle East. Those are the ones that are recommended at least 3 to 4 days before your journey. But I'm just going to let you know, and I said it the last time too, if the bleeding is going to happen, it's going to happen regardless, whatever you do, right? So if you have not started the combined birth control pill, don't start it now. If you are anxious and you want to take something to delay your period, then just do the 3 days prior to travel one. That's the best you can do. Doesn't matter which one you have, whether you have the Primalit N or the Provera from here. Main ingredient from them is the progesterone, which is the same. But as I said before, bleeding, the risk of bleeding, intermenstrual bleeding that we say, is higher with this one as compared to the other one. So we'll just let's keep this as a pattern, Asia, to go with the
Yes.
questions one by one. So
Please.
I'll go with the question number one.
And whatever you think, Noreen, sorry, whatever you think it's not able to give the answer here, just skip it and we'll get their number and contact.
Sure. So we'll just if you can make a comment, if you can make a mark on the questions that we are not answering.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, Saman, how are you? I can't hear.
Assalamualaikum. I didn't want to.
That's okay.
interrupt.
That's okay. That's all right. All right. So let's start with the question number one. Women who can't track their periods due to PCOS, hypothyroidism, what medicine can they take? When they should take, suppose if bleeding occurs in between periods, what medicine they can take? They can start birth control pill or what else? A very generalized question, an open-ended, loaded question. Hypothyroidism, PCOS, if you haven't started any birth control pill, don't start anything now. You're done. You should have started at least a month ago. If you want to give it a try, and if your cycles are going to happen during the time, you can take start the Primulate N or Provera 3 days prior to whenever you want to stop your periods. But if the bleeding is going to happen, it'll happen, right? If you have PCOS, hypothyroidism, and any other health concerns, this should have been started at least a month ago, or at least a couple of months ago. Next question is, can Primulate N taken for 20 to 25 days, starting 4 days before the period day for a healthy woman? Healthy women shouldn't be taking any pills as a period, right? If you're taking it to delay your periods, yes, you can take it for 3 to 4 days before your travel. Recommendation is 3 days before travel. You can take it 3 times a day, ideally only for 10 days, but I have seen the gynecologist and specialists doing it from 3 weeks to 4 weeks time. So the answer to this is yes. Be prepared for the side effects, which are nausea, headaches, abdominal discomfort, maybe diarrhea. So the lesser amount of days that you're taking it, you're preventing yourself from side effects. Sorry, go ahead.
So their question specifically before because they're healthy women, alhamdulillah, before their period date, not before travel, right? Like, so if you're getting it, say, like, should you take it before your travel or before 4 days before your period date?
No, just before your travel.
Oh, okay. Just carry it.
That has got nothing to do with your periods. So the mini pill, which is, if you're talking about Primulate N, recommendation is 2 to 3 days before the travel, not before your periods.
Okay.
Because if you're going to take it before your periods, and I don't know how long you're going to planning to take it, right?
Most probably people are doing it for 24 to 25 days.
There you go. So yeah. That's what I'm saying. 4 days, I've seen people doing it. But as I said, be prepared for the side effects. The recommendation, least amount of side effects you get is when you have it for 10 days. All right? Okay. My dates are not falling in the Hajj 5 days. Should I still have Primulate N just to be on the safe side? That's your call. If I was there, I wouldn't do it. If I were you, I wouldn't do it. There's a very good hadith. I know I was listening to a very good lecture of I don't know if you guys have listened to it. Sister Haisa, who's from States, she's done a very good Q&A session, question and answer session for all our Hajj concerns. And she mentions a very nice hadith, very common hadith, that Huzur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Syeda Aisha had her periods when they were going for Hajj. She didn't even enter Makkah and she was crying in a tent, and Huzur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asked her, I said, why are you crying? And they understood that she's got her periods. And he said she can do everything except the tawaf, the end tawaf. But now they are also fatwas, I would say. This is not a religious thing, but you can do your tawaf even on your menstrual concerns. There's so many religious resources at that point. You can talk to them and get your answers. Best thing at this point would be not to stress out, and whatever preparations you've done, do. If you have decided to take a birth control pill 2 to 3 days before your travel, go ahead and take it. Whether it's going to make a difference to your cycles, yes or no, we don't know. Just to be safe, go ahead and take it. But if I were you and my cycle wasn't happening during those 5 days, I wouldn't take it. I would just let it be. My period is due on the 7th June and I will reach Medina on the 7th. Okay, this is the thing that I'm asking. These are 2 specific questions. So even if I answer here, so let's circle this and we can answer this separately.
Okay.
And I'll send an answer to you, like I'll voice record it or The next one is, my periods are due on the 16th of June. What will be the best time to start the birth control pill? My doctor prescribed Sprintec 28. Late, sweetie. You can't take this anymore. You're done. The one that you can take now is the 3-day, prior to 3-day. This one should have been started when you got your last menstrual cycle on the last day. That's how it works. This is a very good pill. It's a combined birth control pill, and it should have been started on after the last day of your cycle, and you should have continued this throughout your journey, and you would have stopped it when you came back. So if you're looking for some kind of contraception, take the Primiliten or Provera 3 days before you travel. My periods were expected 14th May, but they came 5 days early on May 9th. Now I'm confused. What would be my next period date? I'm traveling 6th June. When should I start medication Primiliten? Someone doctor told me to start 2 weeks earlier, so uterus is not in shedding state. If I do that and start May 20th, would it be affected till May 22nd? See, I wish I could answer that, but now your new last menstrual period date would be the May, early on the May 9th. So I'll give a detailed answer to this one, Asia.
Okay.
Have Provera for 23 days to delay period. My cycle start. I think the question is, can I have Provera for 23 days to delay my period? Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. My cycle starts 5th, 6th day of each month. I leave Toronto on the June 7th, reaching Makkah on June 10th. So even if my period comes on time, it may not finish in time for me to do Umrah before Hajj. My doctor was hesitant, but gave me prescription for 23 days. After I explained the situation, doctor mentioned there are risks of blood clots. So try to figure out if I should stop when I reach Medina. My package is in Medina last. I picked up meds and the doctor prescribed 5 milligrams for 23 days. Wanted to mention the dosage. 5 milligrams, if the doctor has mentioned here, it's Provera, I think so. I hope that's what the correct. You can take 10 milligrams, and whenever you want to stop, not have periods, 3 days before that. That's all I'm going to say about this. We spoke
this
last.
question need to be answered later on, as you.
Sure, yeah, because their cycles, I see their dates very nicely explained, though, very detailed sort of thing. I can understand your confusion, ladies, but honestly, I would recommend stress less. I think Asia or someone, both of you have had this concern, and so many people were going over there. Even during my Hajj, that's what I kept telling them, guys, chill. Whatever has happened has happened.
And that was the big main concern for the women, because everything got disturbed. If you have your periods, obviously your mood swings, you will be
So
weather barrier and everything.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, if it is going to happen, it's going to happen. If Allah wills, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Just take it as Allah's will, and this is His prescription for us. He wants us to be like this at Hajj. Fine, we can do all the other. We can do zikr, we can do namaz, but we can do zikr, right? So we are there, alhamdulillah. Among so many millions of people, we are there. Let's make the max of that instead of getting upset and getting frustrated. Just do our ibadah, whatever is allowed.
Test. Very strict Hajj test. All the women's very strict Hajj test.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so next question. My period due date is June 12th. So now many days earlier, should I start taking Primiliten 5 milligram? And how many tablets recommended for complete stop during my stay for Hajj? Because I'm having my date during Hajj day. So I'm very worried. So first of all, congratulations. And if you're having your period, you're going to have your periods during the Hajj date. Start 3 days before when you're going to get your periods. I wouldn't recommend you to start right now. Like there's no point starting before the travel and taking it for so long. I know someone, your question for the other one was the same thing, right? And she was asking the same thing, that can she take the pills? I wouldn't. Like, I would just take it. It's a little different. Was this the same scenario, Saman?
Yeah, I think it was the same scenario. Like, she's a healthy woman, and then she's saying if she should take it before her travel or just 4 days before. Whenever.
So my thing is just before, the few days before. So there are two things that we're talking about. Either you're going to get your periods when you're there, right? So that is, take it 3 to 4 days before you're there.
Okay.
that you know your periods, right? And if you haven't gotten your period and you're scared you're going to get your period, again, 3 days before that, not
So
longer than that.
so basically you're saying for those who know their date, just take it 3 days before.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't know your date and you know your periods go up and down for whatever reason, then take it before you travel because you don't know when you're going to get it.
The
Like
last,
the
say it
that
again. The last scenario, we got a little confused.
Okay, so there's the healthy person who gets there every perfect date and they know their date,
Yep.
right? So
Yep.
they're going to take it 3-4 days before their date, like you should.
Yeah. So not before their travel, when
Yeah,
they're
not before
when
their
they're
travel,
there.
but before their period date.
Exactly.
But for those who were like me who didn't know if it was gonna come or
Yep.
when it's gonna come, we take it before travel.
Before travel. Exactly.
Okay.
That
I
is
hope
the
it's
one.
clear for everybody.
Sorry, Noreen, one more question. That's a
Sure.
very common question. The Primalote and available in 5 mg, which you last year you prescribed, like you said, like for the healthy woman 3 times a day if 5
Yep.
mg taking. But if 10 mg, then how the dosage will be divided? Like
So
2
see,
times?
the 10 mg is not, I'm not sure if Primula 10 comes in 10 mg. I think the other one, the Provera, comes in 10 mg. So that is once,
Okay.
right? So, and those I've seen the specialist saying, if you're having spotting, double it up,
Okay.
right? But the max dose for Primula 10 is 5 milligrams 3 times a day. Got it?
Yes, got it.
Okay. So there's a raised hand for iPhone 3. Do you want to ask the question?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
I'm Maria. It's just I'm glad I joined the session. So I'm just confused. Like is it we have to start before our expected date or before travel? Like, because everyone is traveling on different dates, and like my periods should be just in the last this month. My periods came 5 days earlier than my expected cycle, which was 28 days. So they came 23. I got on 9th of May, and now it's expected. Now I'm just confused because either they should start on 6th of June, or I should wait if they would start 8th, 9th of June, and I'm traveling on 6th June, and I just don't know what to do. So it's just, can you just please clarify or guide me what to do in this? Like, I have to take the Primalit and
Okay. So yeah, so you've given me 3 or 4 different dates. So what I would suggest, I didn't get your name, my apologies.
Maria.
Maria, what I would recommend is, in your case, I would start 3 days before your travel, just to make it simple.
3 days before travel, and if I get the period by that time, like
Yeah. And you mentioned you're taking 5 milligram twice daily?
so far, no, 3 times. That's what I just watching your last video from the last year.
Yep.
I just came to this, that okay, I have to take 3 times a day, 5 milligram.
5 milligrams. Okay.
Okay.
Or does that answer your question, Maria?
No. Is it my expected date or travel date? Because
That's what I said. We don't know what your expected date is going to be, right?
Okay.
So your date is fluctuating. So to be on the safe side, just start 3 days before your travel.
3 days before travel, and if 3 days before, okay.
All right.
Jazakallah khair.
Dr. Noreen, you described for all the women who doesn't know their date, they can start 3 days before travel.
Yeah,
And
just
who
to be
knows
on the safe side.
100% their
So
periods date, they track every month is the same. So they start like 3 days before their
the periods.
date.
Yep.
Okay. So I want to
Just last thing. I just, so when someone said me that you is just start 2 weeks earlier so that uterus is not in the shedding state. Does it make sense? Because if someone starts 2 weeks earlier like me, I should I would have to continue it for 40 days till end of June. Like I start 20th, 22 or 23 May, and then so does it this like, is it like the doctor said that because it won't be pressure on the uterus, you would start at least 2 weeks earlier, so it's not in the shedding state.
So
And
see, so hormones work very differently, right? So that's the reason there are two hormones, estrogen and progesterone. The one that you're taking is just the progesterone one. That is going to delay your main role for the hormones at this point is to delay your periods. You can take, why are you taking it for 40 days? The Hajj rituals are just for 5 days.
So for the all period, like if I'm traveling on 6th June, I would reach Medina, inshallah, 7th June, and then 3 days over there, and next till I'm coming back on 22, 23 June. So for all that time,
Yeah, so
because
from the 3rd June till the 23rd or the 24th June, it doesn't make it 40 days. It just makes it 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks,
okay.
right? Make sense?
Oh, yes.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
No
Okay,
worries.
thank you. Jazakallah
No,
khair.
wahi
May Allah
yaki,
reward
wahi
you.
yaki, wahi yaki.
Dr. Rani, we can take this slide first and then we'll answer the Q&A
Sure,
on the last.
sure. I have PCOS, so my periods are irregular. They became regular last year after I used herbal route, but stopped again this year when I stopped taking herbal meds. My question is, my doctor gave me birth control pill to get my period, which I have started. I should get period week of May 9th and May 13th. So we are across that now. And after we'll start another pack of birth control. I land in Medina on the 7th June and my period will start June 10th. But to stop that, my doctor prescribed me norethindrone 5 milligram to this will. Okay, so simple solution for this one is you're on a combined birth control pill right now. That's what I'm getting from your thing. Don't stop it. Just continue taking that, but birth control. You're on the best contraception right now. You don't need to go on the other one. You just keep taking that combined birth control pill continuously till you're back. I have patients. What I've done this year are actually for the past many years that I've been practicing. Anybody comes to me for Umrah, Hajj, or anything, if they're coming at least a few months before, I'll just say start on the combined birth control pill. Keep taking it continuously till you're back. So, sorry, don't want to step on your doctor's toes. Maybe she knows your history well, she knows your thing well, but what I would do, your body is already used to the combined birth control pill. I'm just going to continue taking this, the same birth control pill till I come back. I won't switch it to the other one. Let's go to the next one. I have got IUD and I have been getting irregular spotting for the few days in a month and sometimes no spotting at all for several months. So what would be the best practice in order to take the Primalute? So your IUD already has a kind of Primalute. So you don't need Primalute. You need the combined birth control pills. So like an Alicina, Mirvala, or even the NuvaRing that goes in your thing, you need a combined one. You can try taking the extra dose of Primalute N. Again, I'm going to mention it again. The risk of breakthrough bleeding is more with if you're already on an IUD and taking this, your risk will be increased. Next. Period cycle varies between 26 to 29 days. So should I start the medication Primalute N?
You answer already this
Yeah, this one is already answered. Can I start 10 to 15 days before your periods? We've already answered that.
Yes.
Age 40 on progesterone, 200 milligrams for 10 days. Last period was on 4th March. Usually comes after 2 months. It's expected to start period on 20th May. And I'm traveling on 8th June till 21st June. Hopefully my period will not start, but any suggestions or recommendations? This question is for Dr. Jazakallah. Vayaki, don't know what you're on that high dose of progesterone for. I'm assuming there's some menstrual concerns. So the way that we give this and then stop it is we see if you get your breakthrough bleeding. If your cycles are regular and you're not expected to get your periods during that time, you don't need to take anything. If you want, you can just keep the Primalute N. If you're spotting, take it 3 times a day. If God forbid heavy bleeding, then there's another one that we had the name last time. Here, we give prescriptions for cyclocapron that your family doctor has to prescribe you. And there you get it over the counter. You just go to the pharmacist and they give it to you. Next. My cycle varies between 26 to 29. Should I start the medication? This is the same thing.
Yeah, this is the same thing.
Right?
And she said like a copper IUD.
I have a copper IUD past 3 months and I tend to have spotting, very heavy, long periods. My doctor has prescribed BID 4 days before travel and increased it to TID after I land in Saudi. Nice plan. I'm worried I might still end up having periods, given the spotting is heavy periods. What do I do in this case? I do have periods. I should take Pramlatan or something else. My period is not so heavy, but it is there 15, 16 days. And then the spotting starts until I get the next period. When can I start taking the Pramalit N and how many tablets a day? Same way that your doctor has recommended that to start BID or TID. I would just do TID before the travel and keep taking it till you come back. Simple answer. I'm 44 and I had my IG on March 19th, 2024. It was recommended to me from doctor because of heavy periods, endometriosis after I got my period on 7th April. So you got your, okay. It was there for 15 days and after I had spotting until I got my next period, which was 3rd of May. And it was there for 15, 16. And until now, I still have spotting. My question is, when and how many tablets of Primalit N 5 milligrams should I take? I usually get my periods 4 to 5 days ahead of time. Jazakallah. So your last menstrual period was on the 3rd of May. Am I correct? Right? 3rd of May, and it was, yeah. So your last menstrual period was on the 3rd of May. And so we've already crossed it. So you should be getting your period again. And you said you get your periods 4 to 5 days ahead. So you're good. I don't think so. You should be getting anything. If your periods were 3rd of May and you get them 4 to 5 days ahead, you should be getting your periods and then you should be all clear during the Hajj days. I don't think so. You should be taking anything. And if the spotting starts, you can take the Primalit N 3 times a day. In your stage, if your cycles are not happening and during those times, don't take anything. You're good.
And also one more question, Dr.
Yep.
Nari. If somebody is taking the Primalot and they suddenly feel like, no, I don't want to take it, and they stop. So what will happen? Because lots of questions.
They'll have the breathing. They'll have the bleeding for sure.
And they
They'll have
disturb their hormones, as you explained last year. I
Yeah.
remember.
Sorry, say it again. What did you say?
They disturb their hormone.
Yeah, yeah.
Taking it and
So
stopping it.
what we're trying to do is we're trying to get our body used to hormones so they regularize a cycle. And all of a sudden, one morning you get up and you know how much too much of this fluctuation too, that I'm going to take a pill in the morning, I won't take it in now. Has to be exact time every, that's what we tell our patients. Same time every day, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to move it according to the clock that your body has. So the hormones stabilize. And if you're taking one, you decide all of a sudden to stop, you're definitely going to get spotting and breakthrough bleeding.
Okay.
Our flight is on the 26th May, and we are going to Medina first, earlier. I was planning not to take any medication for my periods, but now the case is my first Umrah will be on my 1st and 2nd day of my period, and is on the 3rd. Can we copy this on too many dates? So I'll answer this separately.
Yeah, sure.
Hold on, don't move it, don't move it.
Mine was supposed to be on this April 26th, but I got them today after a week. So this must be the last week or the first week of May. Today is 3rd and the next 3rd June. I have to reach Makkah, inshallah. Do I start using it week before my travel? If yes, then sister, you won't be having your period during the Hajj days, so you don't need to do anything. You don't even need to take any birth control pills. You had it on the 26th, but I got them today after a week. So you got them a week later. So you will have May. So you will have them in the first week of June. Yeah. So yours is going to be the same thing. Take it 3 to 4 days before the travel, if I'm kind of like calculating the dates right.
Okay.
My Hajj will be completed, but I would like to perform tawaf with my Hajj will be completed, but I would like to perform tawaf wida at least. Should I go to Saudi and switch to Primalit before my period start to continue that my doctor gave? And if I get period after Hajj, I take. Please don't switch to anything. Just if your doctor has given you the birth control pill, continue with that. You're not going to get your periods. If you switch to Primalit N, then you're going to get your periods. So please don't. And God forbidden, if the bleeding starts, that's the dicinone is the one that you can take for heavy bleeding to stop the bleeding. Hajj ends June 18th, but I'm in Makkah till June 24th, inshallah. So want to avail my time fully. Yeah, inshallah, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it happen for you. So just continue with the same birth control pill. Please don't switch it altogether.
Okay, so that's all the questions. I
Did we
think,
get to all the questions, Hasia?
yeah, you did it.
Alhamdulillah.
You did it so quickly.
Mm.
I have one a specific personal questions come to my phone,
Sure.
and I would like to share that with you.
Mhm.
Just let me read that question. And that is like, I am 48 and pre-menopause, a regular cycle, but for the last 3 months, it got regular. My period start on the 21st May, and my cycle usually lasts for 7 days. We are leaving for a Hajj on the 8th June, coming back to 23rd June, inshallah. So technically, I'm on a safe side, but I'm scared that due to the travel stress, I might get my period earlier. For a safe side, should I start BCP? From my date 6 and continue till I am back. Because this is the first time I'm going to take a BCP, and I am not sure
Yeah.
how my body will react towards the medication.
Yeah. So see, you're very safe. I'm looking at the dates. You won't get your periods when you're there, right? You'll get your period because you said 21st May. She said, no? Last
Yes,
menstrual period was
21st. And
21st May.
yeah.
So she'll get her period somewhere between the 20th or the 18th or the 19th of June. All the Hajj rituals will be done.
Yes.
So
For the safe side, if she wants to take it, how
take it.
many days?
Take it. Birth control pills, like she should take once her period. If her cycle is for 6 days, the 7th day she'll start the birth control pill. So 21st May is today's. So she got it yesterday. She got
Okay.
her periods yesterday, right? So
Yes.
if she's saying her cycles are for 6 days, the 7th day she'll start the birth control pill. Keep taking it till she's back,
Okay.
right?
Perfect.
So, and this is a very nice and a valid question. Anybody who's getting the periods now, you're still okay. Instead of taking the 3-day before pill, start on a combined birth control pill and keep taking it till you're back. There's still some chance that you might not have the bleeding, but with the 3-day prior pill, the chances of spotting is more.
So we have a 3 hands raised up.
That's okay.
For
That's
the
okay.
questions.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hands.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
where you're
should
saying.
should I just first go through the quick questions through the chat?
Yeah,
And
let's do that.
one by one. Okay, so is 5 mg twice a day okay to take? I'm 53, 118 pounds. That's what my doctor prescribed.
118, 180.
And 118 pounds.
So if that's okay, but I would do the max. I would do the max recommendation, 5 milligrams 3 times a day, just to be on the safe side.
Okay, even if somebody's 53 years old. Okay, so Amna, I hope you heard that. It's 5 milligrams 3 times a day, just to be on the safe side. Because this is hard, you're going to be stressed, things can happen.
Yep.
Okay, what to do if periods that start the 3rd day before travel? Do we then take what I believe? Oh, someone recommended to stop periods in Saudi. No, don't take that, please. I don't know,
something.
Dyson on.
something like that. It had a weird. That wouldn't hurt. That's if I got my periods. Yeah. So her period date starting 3 days before travel.
So 3 days before travel. When is she traveling? Any idea? No idea.
No, this is.
So then take it just to be on the safe side. Just start taking the Pramila 10 if she's got a Provera, whatever she's got, and continue taking it till she's back.
So like if it like say 2 weeks before travel in case that's when we're traveling. Okay. So
if it's a breakthrough bleeding is going to happen, it's going to happen.
So Umema, whoever you're asking for, before traveling starts.
Again, and I'm just going to add to it, if her periods are not happening during that phase, don't take anything. Just if you're going.
You are saying do not disturb your cycle.
This person is not
Let it
sure
be.
about. This person's not sure about their dates, but they're estimating it might be the 3rd day after they start traveling. Oh, 3rd day before they start traveling. 3rd day before they start traveling.
Yeah,
3
sorry.
days before they're traveling.
Yeah, this is my question. So my dates are all over the place. I sent a whole chart to Asia. I've been getting them
in the beginning.
Yeah, I've been getting them every 2 weeks now. So I'm not sure when to start taking it, honestly.
So did you, is it Umema?
Yes, this is her.
So Umema, did you discuss this with your family doctor?
Yes, I did. I went and saw my gynecologist about a month ago. She said it could be, they did my pap smear, they did my other regular checkup just to make sure everything's fine. My blood work, everything is good. So she said that it's probably stress bleeding. Like I'm just stressed, and I am a lot. So and then and Ramadan, she said Ramadan probably like really messed up your cycle because it started in Ramadan when I was getting periods every 2 weeks.
Yep.
So now my question is, I don't know when I'm getting my next one. My last one finished on May 13th, I believe. I don't know exactly if I'm actually going to get them after 20 some days, or am I getting in the next week? I don't know. So
what has she prescribed you?
I told her that so Dr. Hare didn't prescribe me anything. I got the Primalot from I'm in America and they don't have Primalot here. So I got that from Pakistan. Somebody brought it for me, 5 mg. My plan was to go buy it over there and take it since they seem to be more strong. Anything here, my doctor was telling me, there's no guarantee you're not going to get any bleeding. She was just like, I'm not taking this guarantee. So she didn't really prescribe me anything.
Yeah. So with Pramila 10 there's no guarantee you'll get bleeding, because there are many people that get bleeding on that one too. So for your safety thing, I would say start it 3 days before you travel.
Okay.
If you can get hold of your doctor, because then you can even ask for a combined birth control pill. Yeah, you know what? In your case, just start taking the Pramila 10 3 days before the travel. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for you and your periods don't happen.
Inshallah.
Remember us in your prayers.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And I'll consider, I think yours is the one with the slide. So I'll go
Yes.
through it again and I'll see if I can find another answer. I do have access to gynecologists and I can even do e-consults with them. Before that, I'll need your information. So I'll get your information from Asia and try to get specific answer for you.
Thank you so much.
The session.
Yep.
So my expected date is June 16th, plus or minus 1 day, never more than that. But I'm traveling on June 6th. Should I still start Premalut and 3 days before travel?
Yeah.
I feel it should be taking
due date is June 16th, right?
And June 14th is a Hajj.
June 14th is the Hajj. Her due date is her LFP is June 16th.
Yes, her June 16th is her expected date, and she's traveling on June 6th.
She's traveling on June 6th. So she has two choices. She can either start a day before the travel if she wants to have a good travel, or she can even start 3 days before the June 16th. She have two choices.
Okay, so there you go, Javeria. You have two choices. You can start 3 days before traveling, or
3 days before traveling or 3 days before your bleeding date.
She's worried that if she starts 3 days before travel, is she taking Premalut for way too long? That's her concern.
Doesn't matter. If side effects are going to happen, keep an eye on it. Nausea, headache, leg cramps, shortness of breath, cramping, breakthrough bleeding. These are all the common side effects that we get. So you have two choices. If you want to have a good travel, safe travel, take it 3 days before you travel. If you're for sure that you get your periods on the 16th, take it 3 days before your thing.
Yeah. So if you're so sure about your date, like even if you think it might come 1 day earlier, then maybe take it 3 days before the 15th and the 16th. It's really up to you. You know your body better.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start my medication on the 1st. My question is, how I can manage it as soon as I get there from Canada to there. It's a big time difference.
Yeah. So that you have to calculate. It's very, very important to take the medications same time every day, because the minute you change the timings and stuff, your cycles are going to get upside down. So see the time zone, see the time, calculate the time beforehand. They're time calculators all over the Google thing. Please make a chart.
I still remember when we took it, like it was like a very huge difference of time. So we make sure like in during the travel days, we are matching the time over there.
Exactly. You have to. And if you're having issues, we'll try to help you as much as we can. Asia, I'm giving you your thing.
Thank you.
Inshallah.
So is there anyone wants to ask their personal
I have a question, Dr. Noreen.
Sure, go ahead.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Hi. So thank you so much, Jazakallah, for doing this session. It's very helpful. So I'm in US. I'm a doctor here as well. And my OBGYN, she said to start Primalut N, which is not available in US. So the other version is norethindrone, 5 milligram twice a day, and start it like way earlier. So she basically told me to start it on the 12th day of your menstrual cycle, which is like 5 days after my periods ended. So my next periods are on 12th June, but I have started the norethindrone starting today, this morning. It's 5 milligram twice a day. I did ask her that you guys are recommending 3 times a day, but she's confident that 2 times a day would be enough because I'm starting it like more than 2 weeks before my periods, and my weight is around like 50 kg. I'm like 115 pounds. So 32 years old.
Yeah. So the main goal, it's a very who's this? It's Samna, right?
Yes.
So Amna, this is a very as I say, the hormone thing is it's individualized, right? So your gynecologist, and I can't step on her toes at all. She must have gone, like, I'm listening to what you're saying, that she's recommending 12 days after your cycle. So she's really actually calculated your cycle and made recommendations for you. And she knows your weight, she knows your thing. So she's very mindful that you will be nicely covered, hormonally covered, so you don't get your periods. You have an option. God forbidden, if you start spotting, take an extra pill. But you will have enough of hormones 2 weeks prior to your travel. Your body will get used to those hormone pill, and inshallah, nothing's going to happen. And if it happens, you have a room, you have a choice. You can take an extra pill.
Thank you so much. And that's what she said. If you do happen to have spotting, take an extra pill, like rather than doing 5 milligram twice a day, do 10 milligram twice a day. But she's hesitant to do oral TXA because I told her to prescribe me tranexamic acid oral to take with me, but she's very hesitant. She's saying, I've never done it with someone on norethindrone. Is that something you feel safe that I can take?
See, again, no, I need to know all your history, need to know your background. Yes, if you're asking me, I prescribe it.
I'm completely healthy, no DVTs, nothing.
So
very healthy.
So if nobody's giving it to you, just go there. There's the over-the-counter medication, the Disinone. That's the one that it comes with the side effect profile. And if you are 50 kilograms and you're already already have hormones in your body, I think extra 5 milligrams should do it, inshallah. But if not, then worse come worse. If you're having heavy bleeding and stuff, go ahead and get that Disinone from the pharmacy.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
No worries. No worries.
There's another question, Dr. Noreen. Somebody asked, like, their day to start on June 7th or June 8th. Should they take a medication or not?
June 7th and June 8th. And Hajj ke rituals are starting on the 14th.
14th. Should they take
exactly 7th? I wouldn't.
Yeah, because they will be cleared.
So they'll if they start on June 7th, they're good, na? 7th or 8th ko 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 7 days. So she's good.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
I have the same question and my dates are similar, but then I would miss my Umrah that I would land in when I get to Makkah. I would miss the Umrah. So is that my personal choice then to take the medication or miss the Umrah then?
Yeah. See, if you're going there for the first time and if you want to make the max of everything, go ahead and start the medication. Like if you're putting me in the spot and asking me, and if I want to do it and I would know that I would be close in getting my periods, I would start the medication.
Okay. And then the follow-up would be that, you said 10 days is okay for Primalute, but if you take it for more 3 to 4 weeks, bleeding might start, spotting, bleeding. So what do you do in that case? What do you do about the medication? Do you increase the dosage? And how do you become PAK if you can address that, please?
Okay. So PAK and stuff is a religious thing. I'll just leave that. We'll have to find out from someone else because I do listen to too many lectures, but I hear different things, right? So I won't comment on that. My apologies, but I will comment on the medication. If I were you, what I would do, I would start taking 2 pills, right? So your body is used to the hormones already. And God forbidden, if spotting happens, I would take the 3rd pill.
Okay. So there's Sahar's hands.
Make sense?
Jazakallah khair. Thank you.
Vayaki.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछ सकती हूँ आपसे?
Sadia, we cannot hear you clearly.
Okay, now you can hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, Sadia, we cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We can. Your voice is breaking, but we can understand what you're saying. We'll try.
Okay. I have a question. मेरी 15th डेट है, ठीक है, और मुझे 3 दिन पहले पीरियड्स होते हैं. 28 मेरा सर्कल है, साइकिल है, ठीक है. तो मेरी एज 38 है और मेरा वेट 156 पाउंड है, ठीक है. तो मेरे डॉक्टर ने रेकमेंड किया है, और मैं 3 जून को ट्रैवल कर रही हूँ. तो मेरी डॉक्टर ने मुझे रेकमेंड किया है प्राइमोलेट एंड 5 mg 2+2+2 एंड स्टार्टिंग ऑन June 3rd. तो अब मुझे समझ नहीं लग रही कि मैं 3rd जून से स्टार्ट करूँ कि जिस तरह आप कह रही हैं कि 3 दिन पहले स्टार्ट करनी है अपनी डेट से. तो प्लीज आप मुझे इस बारे में
तो
बता
देखिए, ये
दीजिए.
वही
मैं
वाला आपका सादिया, आपका सवाल वही रेपिटेशन है जिसको हमने डिस्कस कर लिया था कि आपका 15 जून आपकी डेट है और आपको 3 दिन पहले आते हैं, तो इस दफा
जी
आपको 12
जी
जून को आने चाहिए. ठीक
जी
है.
आएंगे, क्योंकि 12 जून को आएंगे, बिल्कुल
हाँ,
ऐसे ही है.
तो चॉइस आपकी है कि
हाँ
आप
हाँ.
या तो 3 दिन पहले अपने साइकिल के ले सकते हो, या फिर 3 दिन पहले अपने ट्रैवल के स्टार्ट कर लो. जो इट्स योर चॉइस.
अच्छा, तो वैसे 10 दिन पहले भी शुरू कर सकती हूँ मैं.
जी जी.
उसने मुझे, और उसने कहा 5 mg की 2 सुबह खानी है, 2 दोपहर को, 2 रात को. तो ऐसे ही खाऊं? मेरे बिल्कुल रेगुलर पीरियड्स हैं, मुझे कभी इरेगुलर नहीं हुए, अल्लाह का शुक्र. कोई ट्रीटमेंट, कोई ब्लड कंट्रोल, कुछ भी नहीं
सादिया,
है.
दवाई का नाम देख लेना, क्योंकि अगर
प्राइमोलेट, जी जी वही है.
प्राइमोलेट 10 का डोज इज
जी
5 milligram 3 times a day.
2+2 है. उसने 2 गोलियां दी हैं उसे, 2 सुबह, 2 दोपहर, 2 शाम.
आप कहाँ से हो सादिया?
मैं वैसे तो अमेरिका से हूँ, लेकिन मैंने पाकिस्तान से दवाई मंगवा ली है, यहाँ से नहीं. मैंने कहा था पाकिस्तान से ज्यादा ठीक है.
आसिया सी तस्वीर ले लेना जरा इसकी दवाई की, तो मैं मैक्स डोज देख लूंगी, लेकिन
Sadia, send us the personal message, तो उसमें मैं डॉक्टर नौरीन को शेयर
हाँ,
करूँगी.
क्योंकि मुझे
ओके.
जो मुझे डोज पता है, तो मैं I'll further look into it. जो मुझे पता है 5 milligrams 3 times a day है, और जो
ठीक
यहाँ
है.
मिलती है प्रोवेरा वो 10 milligrams है, जिसको मैंने देखा है
जी जी
गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट जो स्पेशलिस्ट जो उसको स्ट्रेच कर लेते हैं,
जी जी.
1.5 to 2 pills कर देते हैं उसे ना.
अच्छा.
एक और बात सारिया,
जी जी.
डॉक्टर्स इन यूएस डू प्रिस्क्राइब अ लॉट. मेरी फैमिली को भी बार बार वो ज्यादा ही प्रिस्क्राइब करते
बहुत
हैं,
हैवी डोजेज.
बट हम
नहीं,
लोगों
ये
ने
पाकिस्तान से डॉक्टर मेरी अम्मी ने पूछा है, मैंने यहाँ पे नहीं ना गई.
ओ
क्योंकि
अच्छा
मुझे,
अच्छा.
हाँ, मेरी अम्मी ने पाकिस्तान से डॉक्टर से पूछा ना, तो उन्होंने कहा कि आपकी बेटी को पाकिस्तान का पता, हर एक को पता, तो यहाँ के डॉक्टर को समटाइम्स समझाना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. तो मेरी कजन गई थी, उन्होंने कहा था पाकिस्तान से ले लो, ये एक ही दवाई है और सबको माशाल्लाह हेल्प करती है.
तभी
अल्लाह
तो
करे
चलती
सबके
है
लिए
यार.
तुम
आसानी
लोग
हो.
हमको मुश्किल
ओके,
बात कह रहे हो. तुम लोग हमको मुश्किल.
डॉक्टर नौरीन, आपको जाना कब है? सीगे 5:49
हाँ,
हो
I'm
गई.
okay. We can do another 5 minutes. I think how many
सहर,
notes?
आपका कोई
Let's wrap it.
क्वेश्चन है या जीटी?
Assalamu
नहीं
alaikum.
नहीं.
Yeah, this is me.
Okay.
Yeah,
ओके.
this is Juwaria.
तो
Yeah. So, my question was, sorry, was someone else speaking?
That's okay. You go ahead. Juwayya, you go first, and then
Okay.
Seher, you can go next.
Okay. So I was the one who had posted about the copper IUD, and you'd said to follow your doctor's instructions. My question was because my periods are unpredictable. So in the sense that they come sometimes 4 days before, sometimes 2 days, sometimes like 5 days later, the expected date. So my doctor had said to take it 3 days before my travel date, which would be June 7th. I'm traveling on June 10th. But I think this time my periods are going to be on June 4th, based on my ovulation. I just checked, and I'm just not sure when it's going to come though. So
Yeah.
in that case,
Yeah.
in that case, what is it that you recommend? A, B, let's say I don't actually end up getting it, like I don't actually end up taking the meds because my period dates are June 4th. And, I'm assuming it's going to be done by the time I start my Hajj, inshallah. But they come later and I'm in a pickle now and I end up having my periods. I want to make sure like I'm still able to do my tawaf for ziyarah. I think that's the first. And if I still have my periods around that time, what is it that you recommend that I do to stop my periods if it's possible?
So, answer to your simple question, your cycles are not regular. Number one.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not taking any chances. I'm not doing any if. I'm not going for option A, B, C. I'm doing the same thing. I'm recommending the same thing. I'm going with your family doctor to take the medication 3 days before the travel. As simple as that.
But my estimated period date is June 4th.
Doesn't matter. You said it's unpredictable, 4 days, 2 days, 5 days. I would take it 3 days before the travel, as simple as that. Just to be with the mindset, because you have a goal and intention of doing the tawaf. So
Yes.
I would just start 3 days before.
Sorry, just a follow up on it. What if I end up having my periods the night before I take the meds?
You can't have any, you don't have any choice, dear. Breakthrough bleeding is will happen if it is going to happen, right? So we don't we can't predict.
It happened to
So
me, so
yeah.
it happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
it happened.
So
I had no choice at that time. That's yeah.
So if I'm on my periods during Hajj, if I end up with periods during Hajj, is there anything to stop it so that I can at least complete my furs
So
before I
you
leave Makkah?
can try the over-the-counter medication, Disinone, that you get it
Disinone,
over the
okay.
counter. That's your
Okay.
choice.
Yeah,
All right,
I
sounds
sent
good.
a picture for that in the group. I'll send it again. I still have it.
Okay. All
It's
right,
like
Jazakallah
500
khair.
milligrams 3 times a day, but you can
3 times a
start
day.
with the twice a daily and see how it goes.
And it does have
Okay.
quite strong, I mean, body to body
Stop
depends.
it, Saman.
Okay. All right. Sorry. And sorry, one last question before I let others ask. So you had mentioned about the time, like in taking it on time, right? How do we make sure that we're doing it in the right time? So are we following, say, if I'm taking at 4 p.m. Canadian time, am I going to be following the same when I land in Saudi, or do I change it?
So the best way to do it is do it according to Saudi time. See when you want to take it there and calculate the time now and start taking the time, because it's going to be inconvenience here in your home. You can do it. There you'll be according morning, afternoon, and night. So calculate the Saudi time and make the timetable here.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries.
The last question, I think Seher wants to ask Mariam.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
I'll go with Seher first क्योंकि उसका मैंने नाम ले लिया था पहले ना.
जी जी अस्सलामुअलैकुम.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम.
डॉक्टर मुझे वो आपसे आपने बताया, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि मैं यानी मेरे पास मैंने आईयूडी यूज किया था, तो मुझे ये पूछना है कि मुझे अभी जब पीरियड हुआ है 3 मई को, तो मुझे 2-3 दिन पहले ही बस वो थोड़े से कम हुआ, स्पॉटिंग स्टार्ट है, यानी स्पॉटिंग बंद नहीं हुई, तो अभी मुझे फिर मेरा नेक्स्ट डे अभी मतलब अभी इसी मंथ के एंड में मुझे फिर स्टार्ट हो जाएंगे, लाइक 28-29 को पॉसिबली, तो फिर अगर वो भी इसी तरह जाते हैं 17-18 डेज तक, अनलेस वो स्पॉटिंग स्टार्ट होती है, फिर मैं मेडिसिन कब लूं?
आईयूडी कौन सी है?
वो इट्स नॉट कॉपर वाली नहीं है, दूसरी है मरीना आई थिंक.
आईयूडी 2-3 किस्म की आती हैं. वी नीड टू नो. मरीना है तो वो इस पे फिर आप और आपको पिल कौन सी दी है आपकी डॉक्टर ने?
पिल कोई भी नहीं दी. उन्होंने मुझे कहा था अगर आपको बर्थ कंट्रोल पिल लेनी है तो आपको 1 महीना पहले लेनी पड़ेगी, लेकिन मैंने नहीं ली.
तो आप अगर कंट्रोल, क्योंकि आपके साइकिल्स ऑल ओवर द प्लेस है ना, तो आईयूडी डली हुई है तो आप लेना शुरू कर दो बर्थ कंट्रोल पिल लेके, क्योंकि आपकी साइकिल्स इरेगुलर है ना.
मेरे पास वो प्रीमिलेट एन भी है, वो नहीं ले सकती?
वो फिर उसी तरह लो 3 दिन ट्रैवल से पहले या 3 दिन आपके जो आपको साइकिल पता है उससे पहले.
ठीक है.
ठीक
और
है.
once a day?
Pramlatan is 2 to 3 times per day. अगर मैक्स इफेक्ट देखना है तो मैं कहती हूँ 3 times per day.
ठीक है, शुक्रिया, जज़ाकल्लाह खैर.
वही है कि I'll take I have to leave at 6, so I'll take one more question, I think so.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Jazakallah first of all for this session. I was waiting for it for so long.
I'm just going to tell the ladies that it doesn't end. आप please questions अपने आसिया को और समन को भेज देना. I'll try my best to answer. Please don't think कि मैं नहीं. I'm just trying to wrap it up, but I have to be somewhere, so I'll answer the questions if you have anything later.
Of course. So my doctor prescribed my cycle is starting on 7th of June. I'm flying on 5th, so I'm planning on starting the medication
go slow.
from
Mariam, go slow, please. 7th June,
okay,
your cycles are going to
7th
start.
June start. Yeah, okay. And
okay.
I'm flying on 5th of June. So I'm planning on starting Norlutate. It's 5 mg, 3 times a day. And according to you, like your previous session, can I switch to Primulate on 7th June when I reach Medina?
See, last time जो कहा था वो सिनेरियोस को सुन के कहा था, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग जो थे ना, they were more in favor of Primulate N. What I would suggest, whatever you are on, please don't switch your medications. Keep taking whatever you are. अगर आपकी डॉक्टर ने जो आपको दी है 3 times per day के लिए, आप कहाँ से हो मरियम?
कनाडा से।
Canada से ही ना? So just keep taking that and continue or 3 times per day. Keep taking it till the end. I don't think so कि मसला होना चाहिए. और आपके
बाकी अल्लाह
cycles आप
मालिक
कह रहे हो,
है।
sorry, बोलिए.
बाकी अल्लाह मालिक है, बाकी अल्लाह
अल्लाह
मालिक है,
अल्लाह
I
मालिक.
know, yeah.
वही तो मैं कह रही हूँ, नहीं तो अल्लाह की मर्जी है, आप अपनी तरफ से प्रिकॉशन कर रहे हो. और बेस्ट मैं ये कहूँगी कि स्ट्रेस मत लें. 7 जून का है तो 5th को आप फ्लाई कर रहे हो. आप 5th को ही लेना शुरू कर सकते हो या 3 days पहले ट्रैवल से लेना शुरू कर सकते हो, ताकि आपको पीरियड्स आई ना. तो आप 7th जून अगर आपका साइकिल है तो 5th 6th 7th आई वुड टेक इट ऑन द 4th.
Look, I was planning of 4th. So it's the same formula, not you date.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jazakallah for, and then Jazakallah for telling us about the time. Because
हाँ.
मेरे बिल्कुल ज़हन में नहीं था.
नहीं वही कह रही हूँ,
Jazakallah.
तो
Thank you
मुझे
so
भी
much for everyone.
वो भी मुझे आप लोगों से बात करते करते ख्याल आया. मैंने कहा यहाँ पे आप इनकन्वीनियंस हो जाओ थोड़ा सा वहां पे, लेकिन आप आपको पता हो कि क्या टाइम ले रहे हैं ना. यू डोंट हैव टू डू द टाइम कैलकुलेशन देयर देन.
Thank you so much.
ठीक है.
Thank you so much, Dr. Noreen. There is a one last question, but I know the time is very short.
Sure, that's okay. That's okay. Go ahead.
N, who's N? Please go ahead.
Oh, Neha. Assalamu alaikum. I
Walaikum assalam.
joined late. I don't know agar mera question was answered, but halfway through you can stop me and tell me ke ho gaya, and then I'll just go over
नहीं,
the
you go ahead and ask your question. We'll take this.
So I have PCOS, so my periods are irregular. I started birth control pill last month. So last week I had periods, and then I'm again on birth control pill now. He said for Hajj, like before, so I'm getting to Mina on June 7th, inshallah. And then he said once my period should start like June 10th or so. But he said stop on June 7th. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's stop here. Which birth control pill are you on?
Try something, tricyclone, something like that.
Don't stop it. Just keep taking it. You're on a very good birth control pill, dear.
Okay.
If you're going to
but
stop
then
it,
when I get my periods then?
Sorry?
Because then I would get my periods on like 11th June, and then that's the time I would want to do my Umrah and.
Yeah. So tricycline, you're on the 21-day pack or the
28.
28. So
yeah, and then after that he told me to take he gave me Neurotridrone 5 mg twice a day, and that should get me to like till Hajj. But I don't want to get my periods because I'm still there for like 5 more days.
Okay, Neha. The pack should have colored pills and then white pills.
Yeah.
Right?
The sugar pills, yeah.
The sugar pills. So on the pack, where are you? Which pills are you on?
Right now, I just started my new pack because my periods ended on Sunday.
Perfect. Do you have an extra pack?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. So like, listen to what I'm saying. Keep taking those colored pills. Forget the white pills. All right. And start the new pack.
Okay.
Right. So this way you will not get your periods.
Okay.
Okay. So
I don't have to take the Neurotridrone he gave.
No. God forbidden. Because if you didn't have your periods during this time, inshallah you will not. But if you do get your periods, you can take the extra of the birth control pill that you're taking. 1 in the morning, 1 at night.
Okay.
Okay. So what you're doing, you can pack, continue taking it, forget the sugar pills, continue with the other pack till you're back.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds good.
And then you stop here. Don't switch it, because then your body is going to get confused with more hormones.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Jazakallah.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you so much, Dr. Noreen, for giving us what the time you promised, more than that.
That's okay.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you immensely. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I hope I've answered everything. I hope if I've made any mistakes, not intentionally, if there's anything that is not making sense to you guys and you think that there's something wrong, just let me ask Asia and I'll send you another answer. All right?
Thank you so much. If somebody does message us, I'll take their phone number and we'll forward it to you so you can
Sure.
Because I know, like, you know, there's obviously, as a doctor, there are legal issues as well. You can't just keep
I was
on.
going to say that. Yeah. So for that,
Yeah.
So if if they have multiple health concerns and they're actually looking for consultation, then it has to be done properly.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
No
much.
worries.
Jazakumullah khair, everyone.
Wayaki,
Inshallah, I'll
thank you.
upload the video in the night. Okay. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah, ladies. Take care. Remember us in your prayers. Allah Hafiz.
Welcome.